Hi, welcome to Tech Venture. So today, we're back with the Google Pixel 6 Pro. And now, for the good things and bad things, I'm going to go ahead and the ones that are the same as the 6, I'm just going to briefly say, I'm not going to go into detail with them. If you want to, go watch my Google Pixel 6 update, and that will tell you more about them. But I'm just going to kind of give them a little brief in this one. So starting off with the bad things, obviously most of them being the same, like the camera bump, but like I said, that also could be just a preference. The memory only being 128 or 256. The dust that collects under the camera over here, right there and right there from pocket lint and stuff like that. But it's easy to clean, so honestly, not really a big thing. But no squeeze feature, of course. And then also videos aren't as good as the Pro Max. And yes, this time I'm comparing a Pro to a Pro. It's just the camera of that regular 6 was so amazing that I had to compare it to that one. Then you also get the front. Now this is for, this is for this phone. It's not for the Google Pixel 6 as well. This is just bad things for this phone. Which the first thing is, as I mentioned in the first video, or in the unboxing video, the front of this kind of reminds you of something. And if you haven't guessed by now, then I'm going to go ahead and tell you. And that's the Samsung Galaxy Note. Now, I don't know why they decided to do this on the Pro and not just keep the same screen but smaller bezels on this one like they did with the 6. Now, the bezels were bigger, but they could have just shrunk them on here and had the same screen. I think it would have still looked nice then. But that is one thing I did not like. It made me feel like we were copying someone or going back in time since the Notes no longer look like this. So that is something about this phone that the 6 did not have, is that those curved edges. Now, those curved edges can also get in the way. So as you saw me holding the phone like this, if you're like using it to text right there and right there, you can actually accidentally touch the screen. And that was kind of annoying sometimes, where you would be in an app and it would accidentally click, or you're scrolling and then it won't scroll because your hand is right here tapping on something, or your finger is on something there. So I found that a little bit annoying. Now, the sides aren't as sensitive as like the main screen, but it still did happen sometimes. Not as often as you think, but it did happen, so I do gotta let you know. And finally, the last thing about it is, so when you're watching a video, or even sometimes when you're taking a picture, you wanna kind of hold the phone like this, which blocks the camera, of course. But the most thing I've noticed is when you are watching a video, you have to hold, you don't have to, but you tend to hold the phone like this or like that, and you kind of put smudges all over the camera, which obviously means when you go and take the picture, you either have to remember to clean it, or you forget, and then, you know, it's blurry or really ugly. So that is something you gotta keep in mind, but that is all the bad things for this phone.
All right, so let's talk about camera quality. As you see here, this video that's playing, this is going to be the iPhone's video. I'll let it keep playing, and then after it, I'll show you the Google Pixel 6 Pro's video. It's going to be the exact same thing, but this one's the iPhone. Now this one is going to be the Google Pixel 6 Pro's video. As you can see, this one is a little bit grainier. The video quality is still good, but as you saw with the iPhone 13 Pro Max, it looked like I was on a gimbal. This is with my hands. Like, both of these videos I was recording with my hands, but the iPhones, for some reason, was super clear and actually looked like I was using a gimbal. Now, this first picture right here with the sun, this one's the iPhone. It looked like the iPhone was kind of focusing on the sun, which, I mean, it still captured the whole picture very well, just not as much color around the trees and the houses down there, while this one is the Google Pixel 6 Pro's. As you see, it didn't focus on the sun as much And for that reason, there's colors on the trees as well as the houses down there. You can also see that because it didn't focus on the sun, it is bloated more, and there is a glare at the bottom of the picture there. The iPhone was good at removing that. Now, the next picture here is also going to be on the mountain. This is the iPhone as well. As you can see, the trees down here, or the bushes, I guess these are the bushes, are a little bit dark. Now, this is with regular photo on. I did not put vivid or anything like that. So this is the regular photo styles. Now, this one is the Google Pixel. Now, when the sun is not in consideration, as you can see there, the Google Pixel has a little bit more color. This is also regular on the Google Pixel. I did not put vivid or anything like that. It does also look brighter, to me at least. I don't know if that was because the Google Pixel 6 is better at brightening the whole photo, but I just pointed and shooted for both of these pictures. Actually, all of these. I did not edit anything. I didn't do anything at all. I just pointed and took the picture because that's what most people will do, so I wanted to see. Now, this is also, it's still on the same mountain, so I'm just going to show you. This one's the iPhone here, and that one is the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Now, I do have some night photos I will show you after this, but this one is also the iPhone. And this one is the Google Pixel 6 Pro. And I'll just keep showing you some of these pictures here. And the first one is going to be the Google Pixel, or the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and then it's going to show the Google Pixel. Now, this one is actually very interesting. So this Hollywood sign is going to be the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and this is at the 3 zoom-in lens. So I didn't want to use any digital zoom to see what it would look like. Here's that with the iPhone. Here's that with the Google Pixel 6. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but the Google Pixel 6 Pro is a little bit clearer with the Hollywood. I did eventually get to a picture where I zoomed into the city. There it is right there. This is the iPhone, and this is the Google Pixel 6. And now here's the auditorium, or the observatory, sorry. This is the observatory on the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and then this is on the Google Pixel 6 Pro. And this is also with digital zoom at the max. So as you see, the iPhone's is a little bit blurry there, and then the Google Pixel 6 Pro is actually really good. And this was on the mountain about, I'd say, maybe 3 miles away from the observatory. And then here's the iPhone picture again, and the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Now, moving on to the night mode pictures. This one is going to be of the backyard. As this is the iPhone. Now, keep in mind the side right there to your left, where the bricks are, and under the trees on the right there. Keep in mind there. This is the iPhone. Here's the Google Pixel 6 Pro. And like I said, all these were just point and shoot. As you see here, on the right where the under the tree is, it's very illuminated, and you can see the rocks and all that. And then the bricks on your left there is also illuminated. Now, the iPhone I saw in this picture was a little bit better in, like, less grainy, but the Google Pixel 6 was good in highlighting the whole picture, or showing the whole picture. Here's also another one. This was of the moon. This is not the sun. This is the iPhone. Here's the Google Pixel 6. Now, if you noticed the difference in color, the Google Pixel 6 Pro at night actually captured the brown of the trees down here. So if you look at the trees closely, it is pretty brown there, while the iPhone just made it black. Here's also one with the moon again. You can see the stars. This is the iPhone. And then this is the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Again, you can see the trees down there. The color is very good.
Moving on to the good things. Now, like I said, same thing. For the good things, if they're the same as the Google Pixel 6, I'm just gonna briefly mention them and then we're gonna move on. First things first, the sleek design. Now, the Google Pixel 6 is obviously gonna be a little bit lighter, but this one you don't really notice it, even though it's stainless steel, but you don't really notice it because it is not as much stainless steel as you think, as well as obviously it's gonna also be heavy because it's a 6.7 versus a 6.4 inch. So yeah, you gotta do that. But I do really like this design. I know some people don't, but I think Google is very brave for using it, and it's something new. So there's that. Stereo speakers, still there, still amazing. Makes it feel like it's going all around you. You also get reverse wireless charging, so that's still the same. Camera is amazing, although you do get an extra one, and it's the 4x zoom in lens, which is right there. It is huge. And if you've ever seen any other video where they take it apart and show you, this is actually taking the whole spot. Like, all these 3 cameras are actually taking that whole spot, and that's why it's there. So they didn't just put this for no reason, which is really cool. You also get screen call, obviously, where Google can answer your phone. We're not gonna talk about that either. You also have the under display fingerprint, still there, still present in this one. You also get Now Playing, which just plays, or tells you what song is playing. Not gonna get into that. The Magic Eraser, obviously everyone knows about that. That was the main commercial thing. And then also something else I noticed is, so if you're doing the volume, you get this little button down here. What that is called Live Caption Translate, which is really cool. To briefly explain it, and actually I'm gonna go into a full depth thing about it, is what it does is anytime it hears the phone speak, or even music, or a video, or anything like that, not like you physically, because that's a separate option, but anytime there's something playing from the speakers, it will translate it. Now, if you have it on English, it's just gonna show what they're saying in English. If you have it translate from English to whatever French, I think the only languages that are available right now show up when you're choosing. There are 4. I think it's French, German, and 2 others. I think they're working on one right now, but you can't download it. And then, yeah, it just translates it on the screen. Anytime it hears anything, it just starts translating on the screen. And I thought that was really, really cool, especially if you're like watching a video and then someone starts talking in Spanish to either be funny or, to add something else in the video. You'll be sitting here like, I don't know that. And then boom, you can just have that playing or in the background, and it does it automatically. So you don't have to, turn it off or turn it on every time. You just press volume up and there it is. And if you have it on, it will just do it anytime automatically. If you have it off, you can just click there and it will be off. But yeah, that is the only other good things and bad things about this phone that I've noticed from the Google Pixel 6 versus the Google Pixel 6 Pro. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. You have a great day or night whenever you're watching this.